Texas and Sun Belt Conference football on ESPN+. Today, the stage is set for a critical Sun Belt West Division showdown between the Arkansas State Red Wolves and Texas State Bobcats. Each team coming off conference opening wins last week. We'll find out which one carries the momentum towards a 2-0 start to Sun Belt play. From UFCU Stadium alongside Keith Moreland, I'm Brent Freeman. Quarterback watching today.
It's very great play run is good. They're struggling on third down, folks, but they get their run.
There was a common consensus from both coaches ahead of tonight's game, and that was to have their teams play a clean and disciplined brand of football for 4 quarters. For the Red Wolves, head coach Butch Jones said firmly prove that they can start fast. And that's why their head coach G.J. Kinney said they have just got to stay locked in and bring that same discipline for all 60 minutes. Guys, it's a game.
All right, thanks, Cole. In terms of what's at stake, Keith, it's simple. The winner moves to 2-0 Sun Belt Conference play and has a leg up in the West Division race.
No question. They had a great opportunity to get yourselves 2-0, and we're underway.
Off we go from UFCU Stadium with a large crowd expected to be all at hand. And we'll see the Red Wolves offense first. We just talked about him, Jalen Rayner, the reigning Sun Belt Conference Freshman of the Year. Look at his season so far, the sophomore out of Kernersville, North Carolina.
Yeah, got to keep him in the pocket. They would like to get him a quick short throw, get him going. He's a guy, once he gets the flow of the game, he has been much more productive. You can see there are 5 picks, but a lot of that comes early in drives.
A career-high 30 pass completions last week. And the come from behind win against South Alabama. Rayner engineered the game-winning drive with under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter to open Sun Belt play. The first play of this game, Jaquez Cross to his left, explodes, Cross inside of midfield. What a start for Arkansas State inside the 30-yard line.
Well, just an outstanding kick-out block. It's the counter traded to the outside. They will come right back to the line of scrimmage, and they will want to go quickly here. There's no question that an outstanding kick-out block, and they are right back to run the play.
Cross had a big game against Texas State last year. One play, 49 yards for the Red Wolves. Now Cross in the swing pass. Stumbles to the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Now Cross trying to make a move that time once he got to the outside. And just his cleat stuck in the turf, and he just couldn't make the move. Now they make a move as Wallace comes in at tailback.
The Red Wolves have scored on the opening drive only once all season. That was the season opener, a field goal drive against Central Arkansas.
Bobcats showing 2 deep zone.
Wallace fights for a couple of yards, gang tackled by Bryce Bass. Terry Webb is also there, now 3rd and long for this Red Wolf offense.
This is 3rd down. Do you heat him up here? Try to get him out of field goal range. Nice job up front. This defensive line for the Bobcats, one of the nation's leaders in tackles for losses. Big 3rd down here in this first possession.
3rd down, 9 to go. And that's almost picked, and it would have been going the other way. Josh Eaton in coverage and almost had a pick 6.
Well, Eaton looks up. The ball is just a little bit thrown to the outside. He had contact and had it in his hands and didn't come up with it. It's going to lead to a field goal attempt.
Red Wolves were looking for Reagan Ely, who had a big 3rd down catch last week on 3rd and 17, but Rayner misses the target. That'll bring out the field goal unit. Clune Van Andel, 4 for 4 last week, and made the game winner from 34 yards out with 10 seconds to go. This kick is up, and it's going to sail through the uprights. That's in. And the Red Wolves strike first for a 3-0 lead.
Well, a huge play on the first play from scrimmage. They get a counter trade to the outside, good kick out block, and Cross gets into the 2nd level. But the defense for the Bobcats come back, do get a stop, hold it to a field goal. It's interesting, Bobcats won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. Red Wolves took advantage of that, put a 3 on the board.
So we just saw Jalen Rayner, the engineer of the drive for the Red Wolves. We're about to see after the kickoff, Bobcat starting quarterback Jordan McLeod accounted for 4 touchdowns last week at Troy.
Yeah, and one of the things you can see, almost 70% of his passes completing. He's really understanding the scheme. He's adapted to it well. 15 touchdowns, only 5 picks on the year. And the other thing he can do when he needs to, he can also use his feet.
This year, McLeod 7th in college football. 3 years at South Florida, 2 at Arizona, 1 at JMU, and now in his first year at Texas State.
Pretty good southerly breeze that the Red Wolves will be kicking into here.
Clayton Amaya kicking into that 11-mile-per-hour south wind. And this is going to be taken out by Cole Wilson. Wilson across the 20 and to the 25-yard line.
Good return. Out to the 25. Get hit a little bit. Get ready to go.
62 points in the first quarter this year.
That's exactly what I was talking about that the Red Wolves needed to do. They needed to get on the board because this Bobcat team, their script on their first 15 plays have been outstanding.
Ishmael Mahdi the first on that script for a couple of yards. And Mahdi, big numbers a year ago, led the nation in all-purpose yards, but we haven't seen that one big explosive run yet.
Yeah, they've been constantly running and making some yards, but no explosive plays in the running game. Not many.
McLeod going empty on 2nd and 8. Has time. McLeod dancing around the pocket, throws, and incomplete. Nice break up by Jordan Mahoney. Going for Jaden Williams, and now Texas State faced with 3rd and long.
Yeah, there's a flag that came down on the end of this. I'm not sure that he didn't step out of bounds and come back in and be the first player to touch. We'll see what happens here.
It's 3rd down and long to go.
When you see that line judge with his hat off, you kind of figure the offensive player went out of bounds. This is a huge play right off the bat. First big 3rd down of the ball game right here.
3rd and 8. Bobcats have been a good 3rd down team this year. 4th best 3rd down offense in the Sun Belt. Holbert the catch on that slant route. Able to muscle his way for a 1st down.
Excellent run route. He came down. He was the inside slot, came in motion, comes to the inside. Good hands catch for the 1st down.
Tackle by Travian Thomas. Bobcats quick to work. Another catch for Holbert on the screen. And he'll pick up a couple of yards before he's dropped by Marvin Ham.
Want to go quickly. Nobody in the country can go quicker than the Bobcats. If they get good positive yardage on 1st down, they will press the pedal.
5th play of the drive coming up. Trying to respond after the Red Wolves open the game with a field goal drive. First play of the game for Arkansas State, good for 49 yards. Play fake, Holbert again. His number getting called a lot here in this opening drive, and he takes a shot. What a hit by Jordan Mahoney, but Holbert still manages a 1st down.
Now Mahoney comes up. Holbert did not know he was coming, and the opposite corner comes up, and boy, blows him up to the outside. The entire Arkansas State sideline erupted with that blow.
Keith used to play both football and baseball. He focused on baseball because of hits like that.
Yeah, no question. Find a way to not get hit like that. And with the baseball, you just get out of the way of it.
McLeod, plenty of time, launching it downfield for Wilson to catch in stride. Wilson for the touchdown.
Brant, just an outstanding design of an offensive play. It's called an over route. From the slot receiver, you bring the 2 receivers on the right to the outside, take the safety with you, and he slides in right behind that corner on the backside, and that over route is wide open and takes it into the end zone.
Wilson had a 51-yard touchdown catch last week against Troy. That one good for 53, scored in 3 straight games. Quickly becoming one of the favorite targets for Jordan McLeod. Touchdown pass number 16 of the year. The point after by Shipley is in. And on the opening drive of the game, the Bobcats march 75 yards in 6 plays. Cole Wilson, a 53-yard touchdown at 7-3, Texas State.
It's big.
Only pay
plays. We were hyping up Jordan McLeod coming into the broadcast, Keith. And how about his start?
Looking away, coming back to Wilson, who was open, pitch and catch for the touchdown. That's a great answer. Both these offensive have had explosive plays in their first possession. That's why we don't have much time off the clock. Not even 5 minutes, and we've got 10 points on the board.
Brendan Frankie with a deep kick. Jacquez Cross, a good return man, but no chance here. So we just saw this Texas State offense again on the first drive of the game go 75 yards. Nothing new, Keith. They've been doing this all year long.
Yeah. You just look at it. Look at the ranks. This is across the nation. Just as good an offense as anybody. It's scoring and putting points on the board, no question. Their passing game, 24th in the nation, and then they really haven't got their running game going like we know it can go, and just hadn't got that going yet, but still moving the ball offensively.
Red Wolves trying to respond. Scored to their opening drive as well. This is Cross, opened up the first drive with a 49-yard run. Picks up 3 here on first down.
Yeah, the health of these offensive lines. All week long, studying, getting ready for this game, you just kept looking at both of these offensive lines. And Red Wolves' offensive line being healthy for the first time.
Cross, a big part of this offense. Stays in the formation here. What a strike over the middle, but it's dropped by Rucker, broken up by Eaton. And Josh Eaton, another big pass breakup.
Eaton got his right hand in there. That ball was right on the money. Very good pass. Perfectly thrown, as a matter of fact, and just gets that right hand in there and knocks it away. Third down.
Now that's a matchup you want to watch all game long.
Yes, you do.
Coy Rucker against Josh Eaton. Rucker coming off a big game last week as Texas State calls for time. And we'll step away. Early in the first quarter, Red Wolves have a big third down coming up when we return. They trail 7-3 on the road in St. Marcus.
Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's fair and fast 24/7 claim service.
Do we have to do the Geico stuff while I'm here?
Yep, like Geico.
That's why my.
So yeah, my
Brush of.
I must be brushing too hard.
To help heal gums.
A big play here on third down and 7. Also trying to dial up a win on the road, Keith, over the past 20.
You've got to find a way to win away from home, and no question that's been a bugaboo for the Red Hawks. Big play here early in this first quarter.
Now the Red Wolves are 0-2 on the road this year, but there is a but there. The road games in Ann Arbor and Ames.
And Ames.
Michigan and Iowa State. 3rd and 7. Rucker in motion. Rayner looking over the middle, tipped in, intercepted. Intercepted by Traylon Payne.
Just tried to force it that time. Bobcats were coming. They were bringing the kitchen sink. There was a max blitz on the outside man coverage and trying to get it down the field. Did a pretty good job of keeping it blocked up. Tried to force it in there. Ball a little bit behind. Nice job of batting that ball in the air by Polk. And he makes the play on the receiver, bats the football out, and then all of a sudden comes up, picked off.
Gordy Jackson well covered. Polk a good play. He's had an impact his first year at Texas State, transferring from A&M Commerce. Payne the interception. And now the Bobcats take over inside of Red Wolf territory. Last pass from McLeod went 53 yards to Wilson. This to Joey Hulbert. 4th catch already in the game. This one moves the chains.
Just McLeod does such a great job, Brant, with the RPO. He pulls it out. It's an option for him. Here they come right back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's a run for Monty. Looking for that big explosive run. He'll settle for about 12 here. Back-to-back plays, 25 yards for the offense.
Yeah, and they're in full go NASCAR here. Right back to the line of scrimmage. This is when they put so much pressure on you defensively.
From the 25, Monty again. Looking to turn the corner. That got cut off in a hurry by Cam Jeffrey. And Monty dropped after a 2-yard gain.
A nice job of feathering that to the outside. Did a nice job in holding that to a short gain. Now they'll slow down a little bit. Look to the sidelines here. on what is 2nd and 8. Red Wolves have played a lot of zone here early in this ballgame.
Three-man front this time for Arkansas State. This is Motti. A lot of holes off that right side with a stiff arm. And then another one as he goes out of bounds. On the receiving end, Travion Thomas with that stiff arm from Motti. And that's going to set up 3rd and manageable here for Texas State.
Jordan McLeod changed that. Again, that's an RPO play, and he sees they had 8 guys back and only 3 down linemen, only thing they were bringing. So easy handoff there, make it a more manageable 3rd down here.
Texas State 1 of 1 on 3rd down to start the game. They've been really good on 3rd downs in the first 3 quarters of ball games, not so good at the 4th. McLeod on the keeper, and he is swallowed up, engulfed short of the line to gain. Tackle made by Mahoney.
First big call of the game by either head coach. Jake Kimmy will keep his offense out on the field here on 4th down. Jumbo package comes into the game.
G.J. Kinney not one afraid to roll the dice on 4th down. The offense stays out there right now. 4th down and 2.
Hawkins, the tailback. Hankins, excuse me.
Blitz coming. It's a run blitz. It's Hankins, and he's stuffed. Swallowed up by Marvin Ham. What a tackle and a turnover on downs for the Arkansas State defense.
This is an outstanding job of timing your blitz package. Just coming right off of the inside. No chance to get the play going. Hankins had very little chance to get going. As soon as he got the ball, he was wrapped up. It went for a loss and over on downs. Big stop.
Marvin Ham, a first-year transfer out of Colorado. Had a season-high 10 tackles in the win over South Alabama last week. Big stop there. And Arkansas State takes over. Jalen Rayner ready to go to work. 3rd drive of the game for A-State. It's a run for Cross. Finds room again. Cross once more exploding off that left side for a big gain.
Yeah, that left side of that offensive line did a great job. You'll see the split right here. They didn't get down in 3-point stance. They were up, making it look like a pass. The draw comes off the corner and gets the 1st down.
Cross is a part of that 77-point outburst against Texas State last year. Had 3 touchdown runs in Jonesboro. Off to a good start tonight. Rayner over the middle. That one's incomplete. Looking for Rucker and defended yet again by Josh Eaton.
Rayner in the pocket. At times, one of the things that young quarterbacks learn is they got to get their feet set. They got to have good footwork to deliver the football. That time, just a little bit had 1 foot out of balance right there, and that's the reason the ball sailed on him.
2nd and 10 for Butch Jones and his Red Wolves. Rayner steps up, looking for some room. Nothing there. Brought down by Manny Nunnery.
That's a nice job. That's a design quarterback draw that time. Goes back, did a nice job. Everybody stayed in their lanes. Had a nice spy on him to make the play, bring him down. A big 3rd down here.
There is a Texas State player down, Bryce Bass. Looking at him right now. The Red Wolves getting ready for 3rd down and 10. And a big point of emphasis, talking to Butch Jones, was winning 1st and 2nd down to avoid 3rd longs, but a 3rd long coming up when we come back. 7:07 to go in the 1st quarter. Arkansas State.
We'll
get there. That is super.
And nobody percent in it to win it. Out of market.
Plus.
Go to work in the pass rush packages. Escapes, and he's short of the 1st down.
But the pressure gets to him right away. Did a nice job right there. Those 4 guys up front. Bobcats, one of the nation's leaders in sacks and tackles for losses, and they'll get after you if you get behind the chains, and did exactly that there.
Now, one of the guys that you referenced up front, Ben Bell, has not played for the team over the past few weeks. Back in action here tonight. So add another threat to that pass rush for Texas State. Hiker's punt. And the fair catch, Wilson, inside of his 15-yard line.
Hiker, one of the best punters in the nation. Outstanding. He's got great height and great leg. Watching him in warm-up when he was punting from right to left on your screen from south to north, he was booming them 70 yards down the field.
Yeah, valuable weapon in special teams for the Red Wolves. Ryan Hiker pinned South Alabama inside the 20 3 times last week. Does so to the Bobcats here. And now it's up to the Arkansas State defense, which just got a turnover on downs to get a quick 3 now and get the ball back. But not if Jordan McCloud has something to say about that. Option pitch. And this run for Torrance Burgess across the 15-yard line. Gains a couple of yards. First carry of the day for the former UTEP Miner.
Flag down on the play right at the line of scrimmage. Might be somebody lined up in the neutral zone.
Offside. Defense. Number 50 was lined up in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Head official Tim Barker with a call there.
Red Wolves need a stop right here. They need a 3 and out some way right here and maybe get a short field.
First down and 5. Hobart in motion. Burgess again, his number called, and Burgess scrambles forward for a couple of yards across the 20-yard line. Second to short, under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. A 7-3 lead for Texas State. Right back to work, right back to Burgess. Bounces off a Red Wolf to the outside. Burgess stumbles forward, and he'll move the chains.
Just a nice job right there. You can see right at the point of contact, there was nothing there, but he finds it, uses his quick lateral step, gets to the outside, and then gets it forward, gets it out over to the 30. And a first down.
You hear coaches a lot want to ride the hot hand. Burgess was a hot hand last week. 12 carries, 85 yards, and a road win at Troy. After a gain of 10, first and 10. McCloud. All kinds of time. The offensive line, a lot of protection today, and they are an experienced group up front as McCloud slides on first down.
That's really nice coverage down the field, and McCloud gets down, but the ball comes out, and so he pays the price of it because when he starts to slide, the ball comes out, and boy, he took a blow right to the helmet. Gets up a little gingerly here for second down.
Took a hit from Noah Collins. But once you start that slide, the play is dead. Ball was not live, so no fumble. And on second down, it's Motti up the middle. There goes Motti for a big gainer to midfield.
Really nice blocking up front. Got a quick trap to the outside. Got to push to the outside. You see the counter come over, and the trap just leads to the first down.
On first down, McCloud right back to work and lasers that one complete to Chris Don Jr. And now you've seen the tempo pick up with this offense.
Yeah, really nice route that time by Don. He sold it deep, came back to the outside. McCloud released that football before Don ever came out of his break.
Chris Don, another guy who's had a huge game this year, as Motti's looking for a huge gainer. Slips out of one tackle, and Motti is a force in this game tonight. That's a nice start of the 6th carry of the game.
Nice job right there. Good job up front. Right now, those 5 guys up front on this offensive line getting this running game going here.
10 more yards for Motti. 6 carries, 44 yards already. Seven play of the drive coming up began back at the Texas State 14. McCloud. That's caught. Don again. And Don joysticks out of bounds at the 20-yard line. You talked about a monster game for him in front of a sellout crowd against UTSA. Over 150 yards catching and 2 scores.
Right, he just does a great job. You've got to respect his speed to go deep. And Well, he does a nice job selling that and then coming back to the football.
Really, really deep receiver room for this team. Dawn, Wilson, Williams, Hobart, so many options for Jordan McLeod, who was fitting nicely into this offense, transferring in from James Madison over the offseason. And Burgess for a yard to the 20-yard line.
Jones does a nice job from the backside that time. You fool me once, okay. You fool me twice, it's on me. And he saw those guards and tackle pull to get out in front. He just followed them right down the line and made the play for a 1-yard gain.
Jaden Jones, transfer out of SMU on that tackle. First season in Jonesboro after a couple of years in Dallas. Now in the red zone. As we come up on 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, Bobcats looking for a 2-score lead. McLeod rainbows one to the end zone, looking for Hobart, and he almost hauled it in.
Jordan McLeod instantly pointed to himself, said, that's on me. He knew he had him to the outside, just put a little bit too much air underneath it. The wind is behind him a little bit, but you can see him just lay this up. Hobart was open in the corner, just too much steam on it.
Hobart, such a valuable weapon to the red zone. 3 touchdown catches for Hobart over the last 2 games. Not close to his 4th. And out 39, Bobcats on 3rd down of the game, 1 for 2. They need 9 to move the chains here, and a timeout called. Timeout, Texas State.
Change the play.
Keith, every
games, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head.
So really, whoever wins this game is 2 games up.
Yeah.
On the one that falls short. Bobcats down to 1 timeout left in the half.
Now showing man.
Empty backfield for McLeod. McLeod rips one over the middle. Wilson on the slant, twisted down inside the 10. Brought down to the 5-yard line by Justin Hodges, and it's goal to go.
Oh, this is an outstanding route. Wilson setting in the slot, sells it to the outside, makes a quick slant. McLeod delivers the football right on time for the first down.
Cole Wilson, the touchdown catch earlier in the game, 53 yards out. Had a terrific first year at Texas State last year. Honorable mention all Sun Belt. And now in year 2, making plays again. 1st and goal. McLeod steps up. McLeod going to take it in himself for the touchdown.
Well, it's a quick RPO, Grant, and he's trying to get it out of his hands quickly. But as soon as he sees it's covered, it was going to be a difficult play. Right there, he wants to get rid of it, sidesteps, and then you got to finish. You get at the goal line, you're going to pay the price, but you got to finish, and that's exactly what Jordan McLeod does right here. He finishes.
Veteran defender for the Red Wolves couldn't make the stop in the open field. McLeod finds more than 5.
3rd down, can take advantage of
what an offense
run. Whatever
in Texas.
Yeah. In that first drive.
A way to get Corey Rucker the football. But man, right now Josh Sheehan has him. Has time going to the swing pass to the tight end with a.
The ball was not a spot. 12 in the next.
Lose 2. College football himself. Could be the final. One more play in the quarter.
The middle, he just.
What a gift for this defense to have that man back, Ben Bell, the defensive line. He is a menace. Here he comes against Rayner. Over the middle, man open. 1st down and more. Pinballing off of a tackler inside of midfield. Big play there for the Red Wolves. That 3rd down stadium.
Ticket company partner. Protected.
And post the shoppable.
Doors. So
enjoy. Formula 1.
This season, ESPN Now.
First-year defensive coordinator Dexter McCoyle says it's a unit that's never satisfied, one that plays with a ton of humility and is always looking for ways to get better. It's funny, when you ask the players about their leader, McCoyle, they say the same thing. He's always willing to learn and grow. It's a prime example of players emulating their leader. Guys?
I appreciate that, Cor. While the defense has played well in spots, they have given up a couple of big plays this game. They did so to end the first quarter to their former teammate, Malik Hornsby.
Yeah, but they also held him out of the end zone. That's the other part, is if you give up a big play and hold them to 3.
2nd and 5. Here's Rayner. Play fake. We're going to take a shot instead. He takes a shot, but from Manny Nunnery for a big sack.
That's just an outstanding job in the secondary. I know you come up with a sack, but he had time to get rid of it, but just great coverage down the field, just taking away the opportunity to throw the football as Eaton was all over his receiver down the field. They were trying to get a big play after the play fake, but nowhere to go with the football, and then the rush gets to him for a big sack.
New sack for the former Florida Gator, Nunnery. For defense that had 11 tackles for loss, a season high last week. 3rd and 14. Rayner, line drive shot, and Rucker the catch. Well short of the first down, but maybe muscles his way closer to field goal range. Also close to a first down. Ends up fighting.
I think this is 4-down territory here.
As a result, he's only a yard or 2 short.
Is a player down for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it's Bryce Bassett is down. And that will give Butch Jones a chance to think about this 4th down call. And it's going to come when we come back. Early in the second quarter, the Red Wolves decision time coming up. 4th and a yard, trailing by 11.
It's big, it's back, and it's only $6. Get the big box y'all love today. And this holiday season, you can order a Cajun-style turkey at your local Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play!
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try new Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Coach Gecko!
Coach G. Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
Oh, this isn't for work. We're just really big fans.
And we're scouting for our fantasy insurance teams.
Geico has all the top prospects and 97% satisfaction rating. That's unreal.
Oh my gosh, it's true. True! Smells like insurance. Suppose Geico does have devoted fans. It's not weird.
Jade, sign my arm.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
She only signs claims checks.
Construyo mi propio camino. Mi troca es una extensión de mi ser. Mi cultura, mis raíces, me impulsan a un innegable llamado a alcanzar más.
Nuestro llamado es construir camionetas para que cuando oigas el llamado, nada pueda detenerte.
Obtén $4,000 de descuento y dueños o arrendatarios actuales de marca Ford obtienen bono de $2,000 en la compra de muchas camionetas Ram 1500 del 25.
There's a reason why we keep hyping up Corey Rucker. Leads a team in targets and catches. He's one of the best in program history, Keith. Corey Rucker is a special player.
No, there's no question about it. You look at it, just how about the 4th all-time in career touchdown catches, 9th all-time in receptions.
But he is off the field here on 4th and a yard.
Quarterback draws. It's set up for that right now. You got to look for that defensively.
Out of the timeout. Butch Jones rolling the dice, and the formation changes quite a bit here. No longer empty. Wallace in the backfield. Wallace to carry. Wallace muscles for a first down. Great play call for Arkansas State.
Well, you challenge the offensive line. In that timeout, you get over and say, all right, we're going for it here, and it's going to be on your 5 guys up front. Boy, they got a great push.
Wallace, team's leading rusher. 3 big yards there on 4th and 1. Now Rayner dumps it off into the flat. Across the 25-yard line goes the tight end, Tyler Little.
Little comes across the formation after the play fake. Good pitch and catch. Gets positive 5 yards on first down.
Meanwhile, Rutgers still on the sidelines here for Arkansas State. Red Wolves, deepest they've been to the game. And Wallace banged down by Webb and Ryan Nolan. 3rd down coming up early here in the second.
Trey Webb does a nice job. He just comes right across the formation right there. Defeats his block and makes the play. And now, if you're thinking it's 4-down territory, you might run here. I think they're going to go some kind of RPO and try to put the ball in the air.
Red Wolves 1 for 5 on 3rd down of the game.
They're going to call timeout.
Timeout, Butch Jones at Arkansas State. First charge timeout for the Red Wolves with 11:55 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, there's times, Brandon, didn't mean to step on you there, but there are times as a head coach when you see the play call, hear the play call, even though you're not the play caller, and you can see Butch Jones run from nearly the 50-yard line, was on a dead sprint down to about the 25 to call timeout. Because he sees the play. Now he goes back to the offensive coordinator and he starts talking about what we're thinking right here, what his thinking is as head coach. I think there was probably a pass play call, and he thought, no, it's 3rd and 3 or 4. Let's run it, and then we can go again on 4th down like they just did on the previous play.
Butch Jones, the head coach before at Tennessee in the SEC, then joined Nick Saban's staff at Alabama before taking over as head coach in Jonesboro. Now in his 4th year at Arkansas State. After the timeout, 3rd down and 4. Rayner well protected over the middle. Short of the first down is Rucker on the drag route. Mills the tackle. It's 4th down.
That's just great. And Mills right there, Torrey Spears right there. They understood exactly what was going on that right there. And now they're going to hold him to a field goal attempt. And just a really nice job of recognition.
So Van Andel is on after hitting from 41 yards earlier. This one right at 40. Clune Van Andel does his job and splits the uprights for the 2nd time of the game. So the Red Wolves, a scoring drive. They've cut this lead down to 8, 14-6. Texas State on top of Arkansas State. Bobcats coming back out on offense when we return. Five-yard line, leading 14-6. Numbers so far from McLeod: 8 for 10, $120, a touchdown and no picks.
He's really been outstanding. He's done his job. On the other side of that, when you look at the Red Wolves, they have struggled at times on first down. So the biggest part of that for me is they've got to find a way to get ahead of those chains and stay out of 3rd and long situations. It's a big moment in the game right here. Still a 1-possession game, but a chance for the Bobcats to separate themselves right here.
Only time the Bobcats haven't scored, it was a turnover on downs. 4th possession of the game. Swing pass for Motti. And Motti twisted down by the veteran Justin Parks after a short game.
Parks does a really nice job as the star backer. It's a good open field tackle there. Just a 1-yard gain.
Big game for Parks against South Alabama last week. 11 stops and a pick in the win over the Jaguars. Meanwhile, Motti doing his thing in the open field, but then corkscrew down by Thomas. And just like that, 2 plays in, it's 3rd and long.
Good open field tackling. by Arkansas State.
But now for the Red Wolves, you got to find a way to get off the field. We've seen Texas State convert 3rd and long in this game a couple of times already.
Well, they bring the extra defensive back into the ball game here.
Here's McLeod, has time. Over the middle, has got a man. Dawn inside of midfield, and it takes 6 Red Wolves to finally bring him down.
Oh, this is a really nice design on the route. It's good combination route. Holbert, Dawn. Dawn breaks back to the inside. Holbert takes it to the outside. Both the safety and the corner go with him and allows Dawn to break open.
When the time that McLeod has in this game as well. Arkansas State's pass rush not getting home. Those 5 starters up front for Texas State's big O-line, a combined 98 starts. Here's Motti up the middle. Motti breaks off a big run. 1 tackle away from busting it all the way. Picks up 15.
Just a good job. You just talked about the offensive line doing an excellent job that time. And Motti does a great job of stepping up, planting that right foot in the hole, getting north and south.
Touchdown saving tackle made by Dante Joyner. Coming up 9 minutes to go in the half. Bobcats trying to build upon this 8-point lead. Lions are tied in motion. McLeod swings it to Holbert. Has had a busy first half. Slung out by Thomas.
Wow, that could have brought a flag.
That Bobcat sideline looking for one, and I don't think it's coming.
Clear out route. Does a nice job getting to the outside, this Holbert. But watch the end of this play. He's definitely in the white when he gets slung to the ground.
Quick snap on 2nd down. Motti to the outside. Slips 1 tackle, takes his shots. And Motti stuffed inside the 25-yard line on the tackle made by Dane Motley.
That moves the chains, though, for the first down.
Already 13 first downs in the game. For this Bobcat offense as Motti gets a breather. For good reason. Already 9 carries in this first half. He's been the bell cow. Fresh set of downs. Holbert flips it right back to McLeod. Back to Holbert. High pass. That was dangerous. Almost going the other way.
Well, there was so much going on in this play. I'm not sure how to design it. It is a reverse pass back to the first guy. Give it, flip it, then back to the quarterback. There's a lot of different people. Brant touched that football that time, and it's an incomplete pass, and it's 2nd down.
Again, Parks almost going the other way with that for the Red Wolves. If you remember, this defense so opportunistic in this game last year. Between special teams and defense, 35 points scored against the Bobcats last year. 2nd and 10, McLeod steps up, slinging it over the middle, spins it to a receiver, Connor Fox, but the pass is incomplete.
Boy, he took a heck of a blow right there in the rib cage. He does make his way up, but tough to get your breath right there. This is just a great job. This is how you play safety. You come up, you got to make the blow right. When he tried to make that 2nd step with the ball in his hand and just knocked it out. Really nice job. Set it up, knocks the football away. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Travion Thomas in on another play for the Red Wolves defense. Connor Fox being looked out of the sidelines. 3rd down and 10. 9 play the drive coming up. Empty backfield for McLeod. Pass rush, not getting home. Over the middle, Bo Sparks trying to turn the corner, and he slips his way out of a first down. If Sparks keeps running north and south, he moves the chains.
I believe there's going to be holding against the Bobcats here. They confer.
Their big body, first-year transfer to ULM. We'll look at the penalty.
McLeod did a great job. He was looking around everywhere, then came back to the short side and found a way.
Clear start today at right guard. 3rd and 20. No yards here would lead to a 50-yard field goal. McLeod steps up, going to run, and McLeod backs his way to the 22 before he's dropped by Marvin Ham. Well within Mason Shipley's range. A couple of weeks ago, we saw him drill a 60-yarder at NRG Stadium in Houston. 4 for 6 for the season. And the kick is good. So Shipley caps off the drive with a field goal, and the Bobcats have built an 11-point lead. 6:37 to go in the half. It's 17-6 Texas State over the Arkansas State Red Wolves.
Great days start with great underwear. And Tommy.
First play of this drive, it is a run for Cross, and Cross slips out of a tackle by Eaton and picks up about a yard or two on first down.
Exchange was not real smooth right there at the beginning in the mesh, in between on the mesh right there. Sort of delayed it just enough to allow the defense to make a play.
Cross, that big 49-yard run to start the game, up to 74 yards in the first half. On second down, Rayner to his right, and that's Rucker. Tackled right away by Mills, and Rucker with his 4th catch of the game.
Now Rucker sells it deep, comes back to the football. Ball takes him back to the outside. That was a long throw across the entire formation that time, and the defense erupted. Now, this is that huge play in this game right here early. Even though we're in the first half, got to keep the defense on the field if you're the Red Wolves.
Need 4 yards to convert. Rayner blitz coming, throws, pass caught, hauled in. And the catch made by Hunter Summers to move the chains.
Bobcats came with a blitz that time. It was delayed. The linebacker blitz from the outside. And nice job staying in that pocket and delivering the football all the way across from the 1 hash mark all the way to the sidelines, but enough for the first down.
Beautiful pass there by Rayner. Arguably the best ball he's thrown tonight.
No doubt. Stepped right into it, delivered it.
Steps into this one. That's Silver's shot for Stevenson.
Well, there was a lot of contact around the football that time, right in the middle of the field. No call on the play.
Jalen Rayner, the reigning Sun Belt freshman of the year. Nearly 3,000 yards of total offense, helping lead the Red Wolves to a bowl game a season ago. Preseason second-team All-Sun Belt coming into this season. This team staring down the barrel of an 11-point deficit. This is a run for the freshman. Spencer tripped up, and a tackle in the open field made by Polk brings up third down.
Boy, Spencer, if you don't trip him up right there, he's got a chance to get into the second level with some steam behind him. Just an ankle tackle gets him on the ground.
Red Wolves really excited about this guy, Devin Spencer, 3-star recruit, coming out of high school from Riverview, Florida. 3rd and 5. Over the middle, pass was tipped, and it's incomplete.
Just, I believe Alexander got a piece of that. See it again on the replay right here. Who that was, it did get a piece of that. No,
Bryce Bass.
Yeah, it was.
Rayner now 8 of 15, only 53 yards passing in those 15 attempts. Been a tough night so far. Off to the sideline, punt team is on. And Hiker booms this one. Wilson from a knee has a fair catch at the 13-yard line.
Well, there's a flag back about the 42-yard line. If this is against the Bobcats, it's going to be a first down. Could be holding too on the offensive side. We'll see what the call.
It's Arkansas State for that call.
Anybody lined up inside the tackle box had to have.
Still livid here. Look.
Wow.
19. Run for Mahdi. He's had a big first half. This time brought down after a gain of a yard. Mahdi's 10th carry of the half, up to 67 yards.
Trying to get everybody spread out and try to get a little quick trap. Nice job right there on the defensive front. Now empty backfield here.
Mahdi, nation leader in all-purpose yards a year ago. Out of the formation here. Here's McLeod, swings that one, and it's Hobert who takes a shot there from Parks. And the whistles never blew.
I never heard a whistle.
The Bobcat fans, the offense upset, but the whistles never blew.
I never heard a whistle.
They're going to mark Hobart's forward progress to the 26-yard line, but he went back another 10 yards.
Clock moving here.
Willikis and Parks both in on that tackle. Now 3rd down and 4. McLeod looking, spins that one to Jaden Williams the catch. Whistle again, late blowing, and then Williams pushing a receiver. Boy, and these two teams getting a little hot right now.
Yeah, but we're not hearing, I mean, the referees, the official's not swallowing the whistle. I haven't heard a whistle.
Williams got engaged with Jaden Jones and Websley Etienne. Did see these two teams get into pregame skirmish. Cooler heads have got to prevail in these situations.
Yes.
All right, so after that catch by Williams, first of the night, 1st down. Burgess on a 1-yard run, and he's driven back. Marvin Ham with the tackle there for Arkansas State.
I want to get at least another play in here before the 2-minute timeout.
Game getting really physical really quickly here. 2nd and 9. McLeod steps up, hit as he throws. That's incomplete. We'll stop the clock with 2:14 left.
Yeah, first time we've seen some penetration inside these 4 guys up front. We have not seen Arkansas State come after McLeod in the ballgame. I mean, it's been basically a 4-man rush the entire first half.
That was Kamari Stevens that got a hand on McLeod, able to beat the block of Dorian Strawn. Big opportunity here for Arkansas State defensively. Get off the field on 3rd and 9, get your offensive ball back.
Showing blitz here.
With the 2-minute timeout coming up. McLeod in the pocket. Again, as all day, swing pass for Burgess, and Burgess stops short of the 1st down. And a big-time stop by the Red Wolves to take us to the 2-minute timeout. Arkansas State, a big 3rd down stop. And with that, a pause in the action. 2-minute timeout from UFC Stadium. Texas State 17, Arkansas State 6. Bobcat punt unit coming out when we come back. You're watching Sunbelt Football on ESPN+.
Whoa! Here we go, human.
That's a highlight in the first half for Texas State. Check that, David Nunez on the punt. Rao called back. And the fair catch made to the 20-yard line by Courtney Jackson.
All right, anytime you're trying to get into a 2-minute drill, Brant, it's everything situation.
Yeah, the average did engineer a 2-minute drive last week. Here's a big run for Cross, another one tonight. 2nd big haul. Cross out of bounds, the 42-yard line. 22-yard gain.
Just a little bit of a cross buck. You get all the momentum going one direction and bring Cross back underneath it with the motion behind it. Right back to the line of scrimmage.
Cross almost 100 yards in the first half. That pass hung in the air for a long time, hauled in by Ely before he's tackled by Grogan, and he's short of the 1st down.
Clock moving here. .90 seconds to go.
Rayner on 2nd and 3. This time comes to Rucker on the near side of the field. Rucker moved the sticks. 1:21 left with 2 timeouts to go.
Really nice job right here. You can see a veteran guy playing quarterback right now.
Rucker back to pass. Rush coming. Rucker steps up and swallowed up. Stephen Parker with a sack on the blind side of Rayner, and Arkansas State forced to use a timeout.
Well, that's just, you got to give a lot of credit to the secondary right here. Plenty of time right here to get the ball out of your hand. You got to have that clock in your head to know, hey, they can't block longer than this. So you can feel him trying to get to the outside. Nice backside play, but great coverage in the secondary for the Bobcats. Timeout. They're going to get a chance to regroup, but it will be 2nd and long.
So many pass rushers for the Arkansas State offensive line to block. Stephen Parker coming off a huge game at Troy. 4 tackles for loss, a couple of sacks. There's Khalil Alexander. There's Bryce Bass. Congratulations, Landry, and yes, again, he's right there, the returning Ben Bell.
They just get so much pressure, and they do it so often. Brand, I think what has impressed you and I is they do it with 4. It's not like they're bringing a bunch of people. It's just 4 guys getting the pressure.
Now, 2 sacks in the game, 3 tackles for loss for Texas State. Second down, 16. Rayner facing a 4-man rush. Screen pass underneath for Cross, tripped up across the 40. Going to bring up 3rd down. If you're thinking field goal range here, the long for Van Andel this season is 44 yards.
Timeout's going to be called.
That's Parker. Now, there is an advantage here for Arkansas State because that timeout has to be burned by Texas State.
Because it's inside the 2 minutes. And it doesn't, when you have a player down. And they obviously won't take the 10-second runoff that is available if you're playing on the other side and you're playing defense in this.
Down and line. Yard to gain. Pressure's coming. Deep pass, and Rucker stopped in the.
If you know you're beating.
Penalties against. We do this again, 3rd and 9. Up. Rayner's going to run it. Turns the corner. Rayner's got the first down. What a play.
Well, watch.
Bobcat is.
Campus.
It is October.
Veteran looking at college football right now, there are still coaches like Butch Jones. So there's
2 and you get Stevenson.
Stevenson slid out of bounds. It's enough for the first down, but he's going to stay in bounds. So the clock is going to, as soon as the chains are marked, the clock will start running again.
Red Wolves 1 timeout left. 30 seconds to go. Blitz coming. Down goes Rayner. Nobody blocked Jordan Polk.
Boy, pick your time when you're going to come. From the outside, a really nice delay on the blitz, coming right off the corner. Offensive line collapses down to the inside. Nobody picks him up on the outside. Fortunately, that football doesn't get away because that's the one when the ball comes out of your hand, because did not see that coming whatsoever, did Rayner.
Jordan Polk, huge impact this year. Team's leading tackler. Over 30 stops this season. Big time blitz off the edge. 3rd sack of the game, 2nd on. Want to put yourselves.
So, but this is
2nd and 7 to 2nd and 7 with finger. Rayner steps up underneath, cross to the outside, looking to get out of bounds and does. Out around the 12, 13 yard.
Right there. Yeah, it does. It gives you lots of different opportunities. You can run the ball here and still get up and spike it and have at least 2 more plays to try to get into the end zone.
Rayner looking, in zone, incomplete. Summers the closest receiver. That'll bring out the field goal unit with 19 seconds to go.
I tell you what, this is just outstanding coverage. No chance on the outside. You lock up. You're one-on-one on the outside. You got to do your best to lock him up, take care of it, and do exactly that. Does more. Just great coverage.
Van Andel 2 for 2 today. Has made from 41 and 39. This from 25 yards out. Makes it a 1-score game. Van Andel, a valuable weapon of special teams. 4 for 4 last week, 3 for 3 tonight. It's a 1-score game as we approach halftime.
Well, I tell you what, you got to give the Red Bulls a lot of credit. They have played from behind in this game, but they have kept guess. But that's
this team again.
Here's your sack.
6 for 8.
Really held the
short kick. But one would think. Shipley's range. This battle of the West Division, we've got A one-score game at halftime. Each team.
You got to think.
Arkansas State 9. Plenty of halftime coverage coming up. You're watching Sunbelt Conference football on ESPN+.
To buy or not to buy?
But you look at the Sun Belt as well. There's some changes and things going on.
And at Sunbelt Conference football.
He said, game, they have to play.
Vince McLeod, quick swing to Bo Sparks, and Sparks gets stuck by Justin Parks after a gain of 4 the first play of the second half.
No, I tried to set up a quick screen. An injured player, Bobcat, has to go down. At the end of it, on the first snap here of the second
game.
Never lose a player, but
Dotson Oyatade is getting some warm-up snaps right now on the sideline. Chase Todd has started every game this year. Second-year transfer out of Houston. Big shoes to fill in the literal sense. Caleb Johnson was a massive center for this offense a year ago. He was one and done at Texas State. Insert Chase Todd, who has really been one of the anchors for this offensive line.
And he is, and you talk about an anchor. He is a big man, 6'2", 320 pounds. So a change at center on the second snap here of the second half.
So insert Ezra Dotson Oyatade, himself pretty big, 6'3", 290. First year transfer out of TCU. So Chase Todd out of the game. Second play of the third quarter. It's Ishmael Mahdi. Mahdi coming off a big first half, bounces off a tackle. There goes Mahdi. Mahdi gallops inside the 30-yard line, down to the 25. What a game it has been for Ishmael Mahdi.
Well, that's what we were talking about. An explosive play in the running game. That's all about that offensive line. Mahdi does a great job of breaking into the second level and right back to the line of scrimmage to get ready to go again.
That carry from Mahdi, good for 45 yards. He's up to $112 in the night and only 11 carries. Biggest game since the season opener. Now McLeod slinging it deep to the end zone, over the shoulder for the touchdown, Jaden Williams.
Oh, what an opening drive. Just an excellent play fake on the little RPO, brings everybody up. And Jaden Williams, an in and out, and Jordan McLeod just lays this up. He's got a 5-yard spread. He's open by 5 yards, so you want to make sure that you don't throw it out of the back of the end zone, but really well laid up and in a good adjustment to the football.
Second touchdown pass of the game, and that was a dot from McLeod to Jaden Williams, hauling in his 5th touchdown of the year. Fast becoming the favorite target of Jordan McLeod. And how about McLeod's night? 16 of 21 for an even 202 scores. Last one goes to Jaden Williams, and the Bobcats have increased the lead 24-9 over the Red Wolves. And early third quarter scores made it a 15-point game.
Here we go, human. Adventure is everywhere.
My fresh powder's what she really wants, eh?
It's big, it's back, and it's only $6. Get the big box y'all love today. And this holiday season, you can order a Cajun-style turkey at your local Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Coach Gecko.
Coach G. Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work. We're just really big fans.
And we're scouting for our fantasy insurance teams.
Geico has all the top prospects and 97% satisfaction rating. That's unreal.
Oh my gosh, it's true. True!
Smells like insurance. Suppose Geico does have devoted fans. It's not weird.
Jade, sign my arm.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
She only signs claims checks.
We could have made America's all-time best-selling SUV and called it a day. But you still have unmarked paths to go down, unnamed hills to climb, and unknown territory to navigate. So, we gave it an available 400 horsepower engine. It's up to you what you do with that power. The new 2025 Ford Explorer. It's all in the name.
These are my teeth. A few overlap.
Others are straight, crooked, and capped.
Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch.
No matter what kind of teeth, you got a brush.
Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, gets in between, going where regular brushes don't reach, so teeth get 100% better clean. These are my teeth, the key to my look.
And here's how I perfectly clean every nook.
Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
Well, you talk about lightning quick. How about 67 seconds into the third quarter? 3 plays, 75 yards. That big 45-yard run for Ishmael Mahdi, setting up the touchdown for Jaden Williams. And again, Williams, Hobart, and Wilson making for quite the triple threat for this offense this year.
Well, you look at it, they're going to all approach over 500 yards before the end of the season, no question. And Williams is that guy that is explosive in the middle, gets that one right there for his 5th touchdown of the year.
The 45-yard run for Mahdi and the 25-yard catch for Williams. Big chunk on those 75 yards. The Bobcats covered on that opening third quarter drive. The Red Wolves have shown they can move the football, but the problem is, Keith, for the second week in a row, they're settling for field goals.
Yeah, you got to punch it into the end zone. And I think this is an important drive. Not only did they want to rest their defense a little bit, but I think they got to come away with 6 instead of coming away with 3.
First half for Jalen Rayner, 14-22, 103 yards for the sophomore quarterback. Did throw the 1 pick in that first half as well, as Butch Jones looks on. First play of the second half for Arkansas State, down 24-9. Hornsby back in the game. He's going to take it himself. Hornsby, the former Bobcat, had a big play in the first half. This one starts the Red Wolf drive, and it's good for 9 yards.
He's got outstanding speed. You can see it right there. He just comes on the outside jet sweep and gets good positive yardage, 8 yards on first down.
We saw Mac Leftwich, Texas State offensive coordinator, implement several packages with Hornsby last year. Red Wolves will dot him into the game from time to time this season after a gain of 8, second down and 2. Cross stumbles ahead, but he's got they're going to say he's down short of the first down.
Yeah, he had the opportunity. He got tangled up with his offensive lineman and made contact and stumbled. He's going to bring it up to 3rd and short.
In the first half, Red Wolves 3 for 10 on 3rd down, and this time the sticks will move, courtesy of Zach Wallace, to keep the drive going.
Yeah, 3 for 10, but they've had so many 3rd and longs. This is a 3rd and short. Do convert on the running play.
Only the 4th carry of the game for Wallace.
They'll line up an empty here to start with.
On first down, Rayner has time, protection breaking down. Rayner lofts that one down the field, and it is caught. First down for Courtney Jackson, first catch tonight.
Well, dangerous play, running to his right, throws back across his body, but a nice job of coming back to the football and making the reception. Defensive player down for the Bobcats.
Seen a lot of Bobcat players go down to this game, and this time is Tavian Coleman, senior defensive tackle, that's being looked at. That is a big piece of what is a big defensive line.
Working on his lower extremity.
A second-year transfer to the program from Utah State, and has started every game on the defensive line since last year. Now we should note, on that defensive line, the Bobcats got a big piece back that had not been out through the past few weeks. Again, Ben Bell making his return tonight.
Yeah, and he's made an impact. Very much so on a couple of 3rd downs where he's gotten pressure. He hasn't been credited with a sack, but he has definitely been in the backfield. Again, we talked about a really warm day, and you come back out in the second half. You want to hydrate at halftime as much as you can, but sometimes you come back out in that second half. It's hard to get everything stretched out and get loose. You see Ben Bell right there on the sidelines.
Even without Ben Bell last week, the defense 11 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and a huge win at Troy. Huge in the sense, Keith, the Bobcats had lost their previous 2 games in heartbreaking fashion to Arizona State and Sam Houston.
Yeah, get back in the win column. Get things going in the right direction.
So Coleman off of the sidelines. Red Wolves going to work. Good drive moving here. Inside of Bobcat territory, blitz is coming. Rayner flushed out of the pocket by Harris and going to fling that one out of bounds.
Well, he gets it by the line of scrimmage, and he's outside the tackle box, so no intentional grounding. There was no receiver there, but he's outside the pocket at that point, and he got it back across the line of scrimmage. But a nice job, because there was nowhere to go with the football. It's only a 2-man route, and the Bobcats were coming with a blitz and had nowhere to go with the football.
One of those max protect plays for Arkansas State. And now 2nd and 10. Red Wolves looking for a touchdown drive in this game. Rayner going to swing that one to Cross, looking for a couple of blocks. He'll get them. Cross takes a hit from Torrey Spears. And Spears helped up to his feet. Big stick, but a first down.
Right back to the line of scrimmage. Here they go.
Rayner steps up. Rayner on the run, slips out of a tackle. Rayner's got some blocks. There he goes. Rayner out of bounds at the 10.
This could be a blindside block about the 22-yard line. This is going to come back.
And you saw Rayner as well throw a forearm into the chest of Darius Jackson at the end of the play.
During the run, holding, offense, number 12. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
They'll flag the tight end Manny Stevenson.
They call it holding, but it's down the field. So it'll be 1st and 9. You don't see that very often.
Got a fairly clean first half of these 2 teams. For the Red Wolves, just their 4th penalty of the game. First down, run play off that left side. Cross spun down at the 30 by Dominic Ratcliffe.
I put a diamond formation at the top of your screen that time. Come back to the weak side. Nice job by the defense. Right back to the line of scrimmage.
Red Wolves quick to work and quick to cross again. Got stuck by Harris. 3rd down coming up, about 6 to go. First offensive drive of the half for Arkansas State.
Boy, they are operating at a high rate right here, right back to the line of scrimmage. Here they go, and going to have to call timeout.
Timeout, Texas State. Bobcats want to get set on defense. And so with that, we're going to step away. Red Wolves, a big 3rd down coming up when we come back. Facing 3rd and 6. On the move inside the Bobcat 30, needing 6 yards to keep the drive going here in San Marcos.
We all like to add more. A little more of this, a bit more of that. It's a good thing. This season, add the protection you get from flu and COVID vaccines. They're your best defense against getting really sick. Last year, they prevented nearly 9 million cases of flu and cut COVID hospitalizations in half. When you add it all up, vaccines equal protection. Risk less, do more.
Whoa! Here we go, human. Adventure is everywhere.
My fresh powder's what she really wants, eh?
But my views are the best. Give her to me.
Hey, turn left, I turn right.
You can't just sell at one place at once anymore. You gotta sell in all the places. Cha-ching indeed. Businesses that want to win, win with Shopify.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play.
NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus.
24-9, Texas State on top of the Red Wolves. Arkansas State, though, driving. 10th play of the drive coming up, Keith, and a big third down coming up. The options here for Jalen Raynor. You thinking Corey Rucker, Courtney Jackson, or maybe the safety blanket out of the backfield, Jaquez Cross?
Yeah, and a lot of times one of the things they do is they're showing right here, they're going empty backfield, 5 wide receivers.
Cross, a lot of big third down catches, is in the slot right now. Or actually, a big part is Wallace in the backfield, the running back. Cross not out there. Raynor, rush coming. Swings that one complete. Rucker the first down to the 21-yard line.
Really nice design. They spread everybody out, then it came back with a tight formation. Rucker on a little drag right behind the linebackers. Almost lost his footing short of the first down, but able to make it.
Drive continues to move, and now Raynor flushed out of the pocket. Raynor steps up, going to run and take it out of bounds inside the red zone to the Texas State 18.
Oh, he is so good. You can see how comfortable he is. Brant, we opened the broadcast talking about his comfort when he starts moving. You can just see it. He is as comfortable as any quarterback I've seen once he gets outside the pocket of making yards with his feet or throwing the football.
Just a great leader for this program. Butch Jones has so many glowing things to say about him in our talk earlier this week. 2nd down and 6 after a 4-yard scramble. Going to flip it to the freshman Spencer. And Spencer got cut down. Ball comes out. That's a live football. Picked up by Caleb Culp. And Culp still running. Culp across the 40-yard line. The call on the field was the runner was not down. Let's see if this is reviewed.
Really nice job of just continue to push and strip as he was going to the ground. Couldn't tell if anything was on the ground before the ball came out. Chance to see the review first time right here as he's pushing to the outside and he's going forward. I think that maybe what I see, he's down. My first indication, he was on the ground before the ball came out. Right there, that knee is down. Then the ball comes out. So we'll see. I'm sure it's on. They are going to review this. All turnovers are reviewed. Better way to look at it right here.
Well, I tell you what, that angle makes it a lot more difficult to tell.
It does, but it just watch his knee right here. It's what I keep looking for is where is that knee? Is that anything down on the ground right here? Still going forward, still pushing. Now that knee is down. Ball seems to be in his hands right there, and then comes out. Boy, this is a huge call in this ball game right now.
But I wonder some of the angles as the ball starting to come loose before that knee touches. It does look like he's securing it there when the knee is down. But here's the question, Keith. All the angles, is this definitive?
Yeah, and the call on the field was a turnover. Take a look at it. Huge momentum shift in this ball game with this call coming right here after this review.
Arkansas State got through last week's game without committing a turnover for the first time all season. This would be their second turnover of the game here if the call stands. A pick early in the game thrown by Raynor. And then a ball lost by Devin Spencer, putting it on the turf, but was his knee down before the ball came loose?
Boy, taking a while. A lot of different looks at this.
I'll tell you, some of the angles looked definitive, but there was one where it looked like that ball was maybe coming loose.
Backside. Well, that knee's down there, and now we see the football out.
After video review, the ruling on the field stands. It's first down, Texas State.
And the call does stand. It is a fumble and a recovery by Caleb Culp.
Enough evidence to make it stand up. Boy, huge swing right here. A chance to really separate themselves for the Bobcats after that turnover.
Notice the language there. Not call confirmed, call stands.
Stands, yeah.
Tells me there just wasn't enough evidence to overturn that. After the Red Wolves' second turnover, Bobcats the ball in a 15-point lead. Second possession here of the half. Big day for Monty continues. Monty shaking and baking his way inside of midfield. Spins out of a tackle. They're going to tack on 15 more for a face mask.
Well, just a great job right here. The offensive line doing their job. We talked about it. Just a great kick-out block from the backside. Coming across. Well, I thought there was a face mask and no face mask call, but there was holding called.
Yeah, I'd take that back. Looked like the way that Monty's body twisted so violently that maybe the defender got his fingers into the face scar, but we saw a second look at that, only got inside the collar. So not a face mask, but a hold. Wipes out what would have been a huge run. And a good no call. So now 1st and 7. Flag is in. Could be a free play. Swing pass caught by Don. And Don tumbled over by Thomas with more penalties to sort out.
I think lining up again in the neutral zone is the first one. Be a second one here. But I believe the defense lined up in the neutral zone. The Bobcats are backing up.
Defense. Ineligible player illegally downfield. Offense, number 71. Those penalties will offset. It's first down.
And so offsetting penalties, play never happened, and we'll do 1st down and 7 again. Red Wolves looking to get a stop on defense after the turnover committed by the offense. Last time that the Red Wolves committed a turnover, Texas State did not cash it in for points. See what they do here after the Spencer fumble. Here's McLeod, and that pass caught. Don turns upfield. Don slicing his way outside. Got a block and down to the 30-yard line.
Just a really nice job of blocking up front. Allowed McLeod to step in and deliver this football. Inside pin route. Just came down and pinned down to the inside. And then once he gets the ball in his hand, he makes so many things happen with the football in his hand, does Chris Don Jr.
So far, McLeod, 17 completions to 7 different receivers. How about spreading the well tonight?
He sure has.
17 of 22 in the game. McLeod looking to go deep. Got Hobart inside the 10. Diving for the end zone. Is he in? He is for the touchdown.
Terrific route, Brant. Good blocking up front. Hobart sells it and then backs it back to the outside. And how about the effort to get the football across the plane before he's down? But a great route. Stays on his feet, leaps. It is all touchdowns are reviewed. to see, make sure that Joey Holbert got into the end zone there.
6 touchdown catch of the year for Holbert, 14th of his career. Spoke earlier about how big of a target he's become in and around the red zone. 4 touchdown catch over the last 2+ games. For Holbert, that one good from 30 yards. And the 3rd touchdown pass of the night from McLeod, who's accounted for 4 touchdowns for a 2nd straight week.
It's confirmed.
And so Texas State does capitalize on the turnover. Think about this, in this half, they have run 6 offensive plays. They have scored 2 touchdowns.
And now 45 plays for 410 yards of total offense.
Point after is good from Shipley. So Jordan McLeod, what a night tonight. The reigning Sun Belt Conference Player of the Year doing his thing again tonight. 3rd touchdown pass of the game, this one to Joe Dirt. Holbert, 6th touchdown of the year, makes it 31-9, Texas State over the Red Wolves.
For our veterans, the end of their service is just the beginning. It may come with new careers and new chaos. There might be late nights, school drops, and even haircuts. That's where we come in, providing more than $1 million a year in career-building scholarship funds and discounts on every haircut for our veterans. Just trying to do our part to make their lives a little easier. Sport Clips Haircuts, supporting veterans everywhere.
I wasn't born yesterday. That's why my car wears Coopers.
Because I'm hauling precious cargo.
Because my daughter's a storm chaser.
Faster! Faster! That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over.
So yeah, my car wears Coopers.
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 Sounds like you need to vaporize that sore throat.
Vapocool drops?
It's sore throat relief with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks Vapocool drops.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I thought I'd get a wax figure of myself. Cool, right? Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, I even got my nostrils right. It's just nice to know, years after I'm gone, this guy will be standing the test of time. He's melting. Oh, geez. No. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Sometimes I'm alone, like no one ever knows. Then you take me by the hand. I feel better again when you smile. The sun peeks through the clouds, and I feel better now. Oh, I feel better now. Do, 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 do.
Deep safety, and you have one-on-one coverage with a receiver. When he gets into your body, into your zone, and you don't know which direction he's going at full speed, Joey Holbert does a great job of getting right into that area and then breaking it to the outside. Just a great pitch and catch, and in that final effort to get into the end zone to make it a 31-9 ball game here. 8:08 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And Keith, as you pointed out, this offense already over 400 yards for the game. And this kick is going to be returned by Cross. And Cross is not going to reach the 15-yard line.
Great coverage. Just great coverage. It's just, you're down there, nowhere to go. Cross comes out, and then he's trying to get horizontal on the field instead of vertical. And when that happens, it's just that great coverage down at the 12-yard line. Crucial drive here.
Yeah, if you're Arkansas State, you need a huge sense of urgency right now to find the end zone, and you're backed up all the way inside the 15-yard line. You need 88 yards to get to the end zone, trailing here by 22. First play, it's Cross. Cross cuts upfield. Cross.
Oh, if he doesn't stumble, that's got a chance to go a long way right there. Cross with a great move and just stumbles at about the 22, 23-yard line and able to move forward. Timeout. Another defender down for the Bobcats.
Play down for Texas State. It's Dominic Ratcliffe. And Ratcliffe under his own power, heading back to the sidelines. Dominic Ratcliffe, a third-year transfer to the program from Louisiana. Has played in now 31 games since coming over from Lafayette as Rayner gets ready to work here. Trailing 31-9 halfway through the third quarter. Coming off the big run from Cross, a play fake and a shot to Jackson over the middle. And Courtney Jackson's got that one good for 7.
A nice delivery right there. A quick timing route on the quick slant and going quickly now are the Red Wolves.
Blitz coming. Rayner's got to get rid of it. Does to Rucker the catch. He takes a shot. Oh my goodness, what a breakup in the secondary by Dante Thompson.
Thompson does a great job reacting to the football. Comes up. That was a heck of an effort to try to go up and catch the football. And you might think, well, is that targeting? No, it's in the motion of where the receiver is going to try to catch it.
Thompson against Rucker again. Flags fly before the third down play. It'll be a false start against Arkansas State.
Wholesale changes after that illegal procedure penalty.
For good reason, Keith. On 3rd down and 3, you got options, the run game, the RPO, a draw, but now 3rd and 8 kind of limits your playbook to what is a passing down.
Yeah, you got to try to work some kind of combination route. You can see the Bobcats come after him here too.
They've already gotten to Rayner 3 times, 3 sacks on the night. Rayner zings that one complete to Ely. Reagan Ely moves the chains.
What a nice catch by Ely. This ball was in the air before he came out of his break. He had to adjust once he came out of his break, sees it on the outside, and boy, makes a nice play. And, ooh, gets hit on the side right there.
And now another defender down. This time it's Josh Eaton.
Boy, Eaton's had a really nice ball game, Brant. He's done a great job on the outside. Sometimes you're making a tackle, you make the play, and you take the blunt of your it's friendly fire. I mean, somebody's coming to help you, but it's friendly fire. You take the brunt of that friendly fire.
Second-year transfer from Oklahoma, Josh Eaton. Well, he had a really impressive opening year last year with his program, forced 13 incompletions, and per Pro Football Focus, that was 7th most out of the group of 5. Going from the P5 to the G5 a year ago. 3 seasons at Oklahoma before moving from Norman to San Marcos. Is going to limp his way off to the sidelines.
Boy, he's had a fine ball game. Corners are so many times out on an island. They have to do so many different things to support the run. Defender. And everybody knows when you're a corner and if you make a mistake because everybody sees it.
Somebody's going to be open.
Yes, sir.
Did you make mistakes at corner?
Oh, sure. But you didn't stay out there long when I played. If you did, made many of them.
7 minutes to go in the third. Here's Rayner, steps up. Going deep for Rucker. A lot of hand fighting with Mills. That pass incomplete.
Boy, there was an awful lot of hand fighting, contact between the two. Good no call, though. I mean, guys are going to push each other and have a battle with each other down the sideline. Goes incomplete.
A lot of different corners have had the assignment of Rucker tonight. So far, Rucker 11 targets, 6 catches, but for only 36 yards. Jackson The motion man, Rayner's going to keep it and dives ahead and make third down more manageable here.
Yeah, I would think at this point, Brandon, the score the way it is 4-down territory. You got to have points on this drive.
Got the lead down to 8 at halftime. Bobcats 2 third-quarter touchdowns, now a 22-point lead. Without a first down strike to Stevenson to move the chains.
Well, nice route by Stevenson, who just comes down, finds the line to gain, and player down for the Bobcats.
Steven Parker down for a second time tonight. Parker, player that played for G.J. Kinney and Connor Ward, of course, 1 year and done for Coach Kinney in San Antonio at UIW, and a great lone year for the Cardinals. Parker, two-time All-Conference at Connor Ward. Talked about that one-and-done year for Coach Kinney at UIW. Was a finalist for the Eddie Robinson Award that year, top coach in the FCS.
He did an outstanding job, and he came in and immediately caught everybody's attention of what he did at UIW.
Think about some of the mentors over the years G.J. Kinney has had. Names like Doug Peterson, Chip Kelly, Gus Malzahn have all worked with G.J. Kinney.
Some pretty good offensive minds you just mentioned right there.
And that 1 year at UIW, that offense put up more than 50 points a game. Last year, Texas A&M more than 37 a game. They're putting up more than 37 a game this year. They got 31 right now, enough for a 22-point lead. Red Wolves desperate for points and desperate for the end zone. And this is Wallace lunging ahead for maybe a yard or two.
Bobcats were coming with a corner blitz that time, and almost a step away from breaking that to the next level.
Winner moves to 2-0 in the Sun Belt Conference, and a leg up in the West Division, trying to keep pace with ULM. The Warhawks winning again today. They're 3-0 in the Sun Belt. Rayner rainbows a pass to Adam Jones, the son of head coach Butch Jones. And the younger Jones has a first down to the 30-yard line.
Now, just a nice job of knowing. I'd love to watch quarterbacks where they know where their relief valve is. And had pressure, nothing down the field, just got it out to the side and enough for the first down.
From the 30, Rayner looking, going towards the end zone, incomplete for Ely.
Well, Ely was open. Really nice route. Just that time, Rayner just did not deliver the football. Just a little bit too high. It had him open, breaking open on a combination route on the outside, and didn't connect. Wholesale changes for the Bobcats.
Ely comes off the field after that long route run down towards the end zone. Yeah, ULM has beaten Troy, JMU, and Southern Miss. They're 5-1 and 3-0 in the Sun Belt. Who knew? Running play. That's swallowed up. Malik Hornsby not going anywhere this time. Trez Moore on the stop. Swallowed him up for a loss of 5, 3rd and 15.
Yeah, any kind of reverse is penetration. It's the first thing that kills it. The Bobcats got great penetration there. And changes on the offense. It allows the defense a chance to substitute, and the Bobcats will substitute.
If you believe this to be 4-down territory, if you're the Red Wolves, you don't need all 16 here.
I don't think at this point, 4:30 to go, third quarter, I think you got to have 6.
Play clock winding down. Rayner has time. Rifles one over the middle, broke it up by Moore, makes another play for the defense, and that'll bring up 4th and 16.
A good reaction by Moore. It's not field goal range. You're going to have to punt the ball away here. Bobcats get a stop. The reverse, the big play that stopped the drive. Great reaction right here. Watch him watch the eyes and then react to the football.
The window was tight, but Rucker did find that soft spot.
Yep.
Rayner just couldn't find him. And Hiker trying to keep this one inside the 20. Bounces at the 5 and down and around the 7 to 8 yard line. So the Red Wolves don't get points offensively there, but we use that term. Let's use it again. Sense of urgency for the defense, Keith. Arkansas State's got a margin of error that's razor thin right now. They've forgot to find a way to keep the Bobcats out of the end zone and preferably quickly to get the offense back out there with a short field.
Yeah, it's first down stop. They just got to try to find a way. This tailback, this running tonight, what we talked about, one of the things the Bobcats needed to get going was their running game, and they've gotten that going tonight.
Texas State in this quarter has only run 6 plays, but they have scored 2 touchdowns. First down for their own 7. Draw to Mahdi. Mahdi spins off 2 tackles. Mahdi again, what a night. Over a $130 on the ground.
Offensive line getting it done. And Mahdi, just a great move. Individual effort right there to get that spin move in those last 3, 4, 5 yards.
Arguably his best game of the year. Now McLeod slinging that one to Hobart. Scored the touchdown. Last drive out for the Bobcats here. Picks up a first down.
And then you throw an RPO in right behind it and put it in his stomach and then pull it back out and instantly get the first down out to Hobart. And all of a sudden, you're out of the shadow of the goalpost.
Team high 8 catches for Hobart. McLeod up to 19 completions. He has found his groove again. After his big game at Troy last week, Mahdi back to the ground and squeezes ahead for about 5 yards.
You come in, you get into a new system. Even though you're comfortable, you understand how to play the game of football, but just understanding a new system, I think he's going to get better in each and every ball game from here on out, just being accustomed to the system.
Charles Willikis, linebacker for the Red Wolves. Good player. 4th-year transfer to Michigan State. Mahdi, ball in his gut, down to his right arm, and he's out of bounds. And Mahdi's got another first down. His night tonight, Keith, 15 carries over 140 yards.
Yeah, nearly averaging 10 yards a time that he touches the football.
A lot of balance for this Texas State offense tonight. Through the air, more than 260 yards. On the ground, more than 170.
My math's not good, but that's nearly 440 total.
They've only punted once in the game. 1 turnover on downs. Besides that, 4 touchdowns and a field goal. Mahdi patient running. Mahdi bursting through inside of midfield. And Mahdi continues his big night against the Red Wolves. Closing in on 2 minutes to go in the third as Mahdi rips off another big run.
Defender down for Arkansas State.
Ian Jeffries being looked at right now. A redshirt freshman of South Haven, Mississippi. Looking at that right arm.
Complementary football is such a term that everybody uses, but this is what we've seen tonight from the Bobcats. Complementary on pass rush and tackling and secondary work on defense. Then you turn around when you get complementary defensive work, you go around. How about the combination of passing and running offensively for the Bobcats? This is by far, this Red Wolf is a good football team. Right now, Bobcats in control of this game.
Red Wolves coming in a record of 3-2. The only 2 setbacks at Michigan and at Iowa State. 3 gut check wins for Butch Jones's team. Late in the game against Central Arkansas, found a way. Late against Tulsa, got a big stop in the 4th quarter to win that game. Last week, gave up a heartbreaking touchdown at the end of the game, near the end of the game against South Alabama. Offense came back for a game-winning score to beat the Jaguars 18-16. But right now trailing here 31-9. 2 minutes to go, 3rd quarter, and the Bobcats are on the move. A drive that began back in the 7th has featured a lot of Ismail Mahdi. This time it's Marvin Ham who slams him down. After a loss of 2 yards, Going to bring up 2nd and long.
A little bit of a delay on the outside. Nice job of coming up and making the tackle. We'll get a change at tailback.
You look at the story, this Bobcat season had kind of an ugly season opening win against Lamar. Then blew the doors off UTSA. Swing pass, and this is towards Burgess. Burgess down to the 30-yard line. That'll move the chains again on 2nd and 13. The Bobcats pick up 16 yards.
Great job by the wide receivers blocking on the outside. Everybody is manned up, helmet on helmet, and it just allows your tailback to make yardage, make the moves and make the yardage.
Low snap, McLeod recovers, goes to his right to Hulbert, 9th catch of the Knights, inside the 20-yard line. And a little dance afterwards by Hulbert.
Nice job of not panicking. I mean, bad snap, okay, that's all right. I'll get down, get to it, get my head up, and get the ball delivered for the first down.
A 2-0 start for Texas State. And then back-to-back heartbreakers against Arizona State, lost by 3. And then loss to Sam Houston in Houston 40-39, giving up an 18-point second-half lead. A bounce-back win last week, and on top big here. Burgess burrows inside the 10, all the way down to the 8-yard line.
5 guys up front controlling this line of scrimmage. Just great push. That's going to take us to the quarter.
And that will do it for the third quarter. The Bobcats led at halftime 17-9. They enter the fourth quarter with 2 more touchdowns to their lead. At the end of 3 heading into the fourth. It's Texas State 31, Arkansas State 9 to the Bobcats again on the move. Inside the 10-yard line when we start the fourth quarter in San Marcos.
I wasn't born yesterday. That's why my car wears Coopers.
Because I'm hauling precious cargo.
Because my daughter's a storm chaser.
Faster! Faster! That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over.
So yeah, my car wears Coopers.
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 At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
You got the tickets?
Vivid Seats, the only ticket company in the game that rewards you for buying. From concerts to sports and everything in between. Vivid Seats, official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Coach Gecko!
Coach G. Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work. We're just really big fans.
And we're scouting for our fantasy insurance teams.
Geico has all the top prospects and 97% satisfaction rating. That's unreal.
Oh my gosh, it's true. True! Smells like insurance.
Suppose Geico does have devoted fans. It's not weird.
Jade, sign my arm.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
She only signs claims checks.
Yellow. Didn't pass the tissue test?
Dr. Garcia?
Buckle up.
Whoa!
Crest Reality Checkup! There's toothpaste white, and then there's Crest 3D White Strips white. Oh, 1 sec.
Crest 3D White Strips safely work below the enamel surface to whiten like a $400 professional treatment.
Prepare for a non-stop smile.
The #1 teeth whitening brand in America. And use Crest 3D White toothpaste to maintain your smile. Crest.
New Downy Comfy Cozy combines softness and scent to unlock an elevated cozy we call Cozy. A higher state of comfort. Unlocked by blending comfy softness and cozy scent. Transform your everyday to Cozy. New Downy Comfy Cozy not only combines softness and scent, it breathes life into your laundry.
With the Bobcats on top, 31-9, entering into the fourth quarter. It has been a big night for the wide receivers. For more on that group, let's go back down to Coral Riggs.
When you talk to G.J. Kinney about his skill players, the group he raves about the most is his receiver room. He says not only are his top receivers incredibly talented, but the depth from top to bottom. These guys have a great ability to make big plays, and Kinney says the way they rally behind each other is such a rarity. It's not often that you have so many selfless playmakers in one room. Brant?
All right, thank you, Kroll. Shovel pass inside. Hurlburt, second time tonight. In for the touchdown.
Boy, really good design right here, and great blocking again up front. It's just a really good design on the inside shovel pass. I mean, the great thing about that, if it's not completed, it's just an incomplete pass. But nice run after the catch for the 8-yard touchdown pass. See it coming back to the inside after coming off a motion. Nice job up front by those offensive linemen. Get downfield and get their blocks and into the end zone.
Fifth touchdown catch over the last 3 games for Hurlburt. 2 tonight. Pulling after is good. And the Bobcats cap off a 10-play, 93-yard drive, longest of the season. And they have staked a 38-9 lead over Arkansas State. And for Jordan McLeod, 4 touchdown passes, 1 on the ground. He's had another huge night.
Yeah, 505 yards of total offense for the Bobcats at Texas State. It has been an outstanding performance on the offensive side of the ball. The other thing is Kroll was just talking about right there. When you look at this wide receiver group, I mean, there's so many different guys that get involved in it. Hurlburt's had another big night, and he has to have. But there are 6 or 7 guys in that group that have all performed extremely well this season.
By the way, I think I owe Kroll an apology. I believe I called her by her maiden name. Kroll's gotten married over the offseason, Keith. It's Kroll Alleman now.
Well, congratulations, and hope it's for many years to come.
38-9, G.J. Kinney's team is on top, looking to avenge what was a 77-31 loss to the Red Wolves a year ago, and this Bobcat team is now a quarter away from starting 2-0 in Sun Belt play for the first time ever since joining the Sun Belt back in 2013.
Well, you just look at it. This is a team that's getting better every day. You obviously had those 2 ball games, heartbreaking, both of them heartbreaking losses when you look at it against Arizona State here, where we're finding out Arizona State's pretty good with a victory last night against Utah, as a pretty good football team. And Sam Houston, in what was an incredible game, went down to the final play of the game.
And now Jordan McLeod talking to his offensive coordinator with the iPad, new to college football this year, his offensive coordinator Mac Leftwich, visiting with Jordan McLeod on the offense. And for the Red Wolves, you said it earlier, this is a good program, this is a good team. You think we spoke about the Sun Belt. How about the history in the Sun Belt for Arkansas State? Second most wins ever of any Sun Belt team belonging to Arkansas State.
Yeah, this is a program that's proud. It's been on some tough times, but Butch Jones has got it turning in the right direction, and they have run into a buzzsaw here tonight. They've been able to move the football, but not been able to punch it in for touchdowns and had to settle for field goals, and that's why the separated in the score is the way it is, 27 points right now.
The Red Wolves, one of 3 original Sun Belt members when the conference formed, along with ULM and Louisiana. Second in conference wins all time, also second in titles in Sun Belt history. But perhaps on the way to falling to 1-1 in Sun Belt play tonight after the touchdown drive, the ensuing kickoff well into the end zone. That'll bring out the Red Wolves offense trailing 38-9. This has been a second half dominated by Texas State for a team that really hasn't played all that well in second halves this year. In fact, they've been outscored in the second half this season, but not the story tonight.
No, 21 unanswered here in the second half. And defense has done a nice job. They had that bend but don't break mentality, and especially when they've gotten down in the red zone.
All these fast starts for Texas State, but the bigger point of emphasis for G.J. Kinney to his team has been strong finishes. That's been the story tonight. Rayner back to throw, pass caught by Cross at the 30-yard line for a gain of 5.
A couple of flags in the backfield here. Not sure what this call is going to be here. But that's going to back them up 10 yards.
Holding call against Arkansas State. You know, if this score holds, one thing I'm coming away with this is that Jarquez Cross is one heck of a player. He's had a good night.
He has had a good night. In the first play of the game, he goes 50, but the defense for the Bobcats hold him to just 3.
Rayner over the middle. And that's caught by the tight end Stevenson.
They're going to try to go quickly here. Get right back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down, 14. Rayner fires out one to Cross down the sidelines, and Cross has a first down. Tracked down by Traylon Payne. The story for the Red Wolves tonight, the inability to finish drives, the 3 field goals we talked about, 2 huge turnovers, and the defense just running out of gas in the second half.
Yeah, they put up nearly 350 yards of offense already.
Rayner, quick snap. And dumps that one over the middle to the 42, right back to Cross, make it the 41 for a gain of 5 yards. A look at the night for Cross on the ground, over 100 yards, both running backs over the century mark tonight. Rayner stands tall, now going to run, and brought down by Alex Maris at the 42-yard line.
Nice job by Maris. He saw that the coverage was excellent in the secondary, so he really stopped his pass rush and just broke down. It's exactly what you're supposed to do, break down and then attack the quarterback when he makes the move, and he did, made the tackle.
3rd and 4. Rayner, well protected, now lofting it deep, and that's incomplete, looking for Jackson. Polk uncovered, step for step. 4th down and 4.
I think you got to punt it away here.
The Red Wolves will do just that. Deep shot taken by Rayner. For the night, 24 of 38 passing now. Polk's played another good game of defense. But there's several newcomers that's had a huge impact defensively for this team this year. Hiker back to punts in a 29-point game. Their catch, Wilson. On a bounce at the 15. Early in the 4th quarter, it is all Texas State on top of the Red Wolves, 38-9. We're back after this. You're watching Sunbelt Conference football on ESPN+.
For our veterans, the end of their service is just the beginning. It may come with new careers and new chaos. There might be late nights, school drops, and even haircuts. That's where we come in, providing more than $1 million a year in career-building scholarship funds and discounts on every haircut for our veterans. Just trying to do our part to make their lives a little easier. Sport Clips Haircuts, supporting veterans everywhere.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Okay, not soccer, but
football.
Yes. We honeymooned here.
Mallorca.
Yes. Pass.
Oh, we don't pass, Tina. Come on.
They help give you more.
A tax professional.
And they have a 97% satisfaction rating.
Salami.
You could have done it in a British accent.
That's helpful, Randy.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
I'm a G, but you knew this.
North Carolina, Friday at 6 on ESPN2.
Early in the fourth quarter, all Bobcats on top of the Red Wolves, 38-9. Not pictured there the 7 points the Bobcats have scored in the fourth quarter as well. They've won every quarter but the seconds as we look at quarterback play in this game as well. Comparing the night for Jalen Rayner, Texas State's Jordan McLeod.
You just look at it, only 5 incompletions for Jordan McLeod, 4 touchdowns, also a running touchdown. So he's put all 5 touchdowns he's been responsible on the board. The Bobcats on the other side, when you look at Rayner, the pick, it was really not his fault. It was a great defensive effort that batted the ball in the air. Just hasn't been able to get much vertical passing game down the field. 38 passes for only 207 yards.
False start before the next snap on this Texas State possession. Trying to salt this game away.
Number 77, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Jalen Rayner with the headset on right now with his offense off the field. Spoke earlier about the Red Wolves' struggles on the road, about to fall to 0-3 outside of Jonesboro this year, and a road-heavy slate coming up. A-State on the road again next week in Hattiesburg at Southern Miss, then a home game against Troy, followed by back-to-back road games at Louisiana and Georgia State. Lincoln Perry first carry of the game. Back to the original line of scrimmage, picks up 5. Goes back to what we said earlier, Keith, that the Red Wolves want to contend for a conference championship, a bowl game, have to find a way to win on the road.
Yeah, they have their struggles over their last 25 ball games away from Jonesboro. They've got to find a way to get that done. Boy, very much in this ball game, played a really good first half, but boy, this is the explosiveness of the Bobcats here to start the second half in the third quarter.
Perry again on 2nd and 10. And shuffles ahead for about 4 yards to the 19-yard line, brings up 3rd down. Meanwhile, for Texas State, the Bobcats also on the road next week. They go to Old Dominion to take on the Monarchs.
And then later on in the season, a Tuesday night ball game here from UFCU Stadium.
Part of that Fun Belt schedule. There's a Tuesday game on deck this week as well. A Tuesday and a Thursday in the Sun Belt this week. McLeod on 3rd and 7. Steps up to Perry, 1st down and more. And Perry bangs forward across the 30-yard line to move the sticks.
McLeod over 300 yards now passing in the ball game. How about his patience? Just steps away, avoids the rush, drops it down for the 1st down.
Just never panics. And that comes, Keith, with having played college football now for 7 years.
A lot of football.
Perry, the former Arkansas State Red Wolf, a couple of years in Jonesboro, 3rd year now at Texas State. Coming off a season-ending knee injury from last year. Healthy this season, has a carry here in 1st down, and Perry lassoed and brought down across the 35-yard line by Ian Jeffries.
A lot of different people getting some opportunity now on the field for both teams.
A lot of special moments for Perry as a Red Wolf. First year at Texas State was a Bobcats leading rusher back in 2022. Finale that year ran for more than 200 against Louisiana. Perry again on 2nd and 7. Jeffries again the tackle. 3rd down coming up as we wind to 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Player down for Arkansas State.
So Jeffrey's being looked at right now. With that, we take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Arkansas State Red Wolves, who now hit the halfway point of the season. 6 more games to go for Arkansas State, and again a road-heavy slate for the next 5 outside of Jonesboro.
You look at that, and ULM playing really good football. Obviously, the Raging Cajuns are a really good football team. On the 16th, they take on Georgia State.
And meanwhile, for the Bobcats, Keith, a look at their upcoming schedule as well. On the road at Old Dominion next week, that Tuesday game against Louisiana. On the road at ULM, and then back-to-back home games towards the end of the year against Southern Miss and Georgia State.
Yeah, and ULM right now, as you mentioned, 5-1 at this point. That could be a huge ball game in November.
The race in the West is becoming really compelling. Bobcats about to move to 2-0, ULM at 3-0. Louisiana hosting App State tonight. If they win, the Raging Cajuns are 2-0. But a good night for the Bobcats on 3rd down, 5 for 8. This is McLeod, the keeper. He's got a first down and slides, baseball style, for a first down to the 46. Keeps the drive moving.
Well, the awareness to understand. He just sees the zone read that time, and he can see the defender coming down on Lincoln and just pulls it out easily around the corner for the first down.
Had to say baseball style with the playoffs going on right now. The LCSs are both set, and of course.
How about the Guardians today?
Yeah, beating Detroit. And my broadcast partner here, Keith Moreland, a baseball player back in his day.
This will be some good championship series.
A lot of the ground game here, but now to the air to Bo Sparks, and Sparks dives ahead inside of midfield. Catch there for the transfer out of Utah Tech. Texas State familiar with Utah Tech. That's where Joey Hobart transferred in from a year ago. And the Bobcats have sprinkled in Sparks throughout the season at receiver. Had a big touchdown catch against Arizona State. After a gain of 8, 2nd down and 2. Deion Hankins breaks through the tackle, the arm tackle attempt at the 45 and a first down. Keeps his drive going. 8:20 and counting in a 38-9 lead.
Boy, holds on to this football right there. It almost comes out right there at the end, but able to gather it back up and get it secured before the last contact. A first down in Arkansas State territory.
We talked about a response by a football team after 2 tough losses. The Bobcats bouncing back with 2 big wins. 38-17 over Troy last week, on top here 38-9. About to move to 4-2 in the year. Hankins again to the outside. And Hankins inside the 35 and down to the 32-yard line. Big for G.J. Kinney's team. They did not let those losses to Arizona State and Sam Houston define their season.
Nope, no question. And then the other part of that is you can see what they were working on, what cost them in those games, and see they've gotten better. And then the other part is the penalties. You see each game, the penalty yardage keep going down and down and down.
Stronger finishes as well. Really good second halves now, back-to-back weeks. 2nd and 3. Hankins up the middle. Hankins exploding inside the 20 and down to the Arkansas State 19.
It's hard to play defense. You look at the scoreboard, guys are getting a good push. You got guys that are coming downhill on you so many times, and you got a fresh set of legs coming into the game too. And
as a team, the Bobcats have run for more than 250 yards in the game. McLeod over 300 yards passing. Has accounted for 5 touchdowns after accounting for 4 last week. Hankins is dropped after a short gain. Tackle made by Noah Collins. And what this drive is showing you, too, not only can Texas State beat you with the up-tempo, high-octane offense, they can also grind you down with the ground game.
And use the clock. You got a veteran guy that's taking the snaps. And using all of that play clock.
Hankins again, flag flies. Hankins bangs down to the 10, and we'll check the marker.
They have illegal motion there.
Illegal formation for the 4 players in the backfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And you said it moments ago, but a fairly clean game in terms of flags. For the Bobcats, only 45 yards of penalties in this one.
Just lining up wrong. You got to have the right number on the line of scrimmage.
Give you some context, they've been averaging about 73 yards of penalties per game. Haven't really seen any of those big 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalties, personal foul penalties in this game.
Composure.
Hankins rumbling inside the 20 and crawls forward to the 17 as we hit 5 minutes to go in this one.
Well, this is one of those drives you just put a game away with. You take control, you move it on the ground, you're not going to throw the football, and you run clock.
Well, they've already run more than 8 minutes off the clock. This is a 13th play coming up. It's already covered more than 65 yards. 10 rushes, only 2 passes along the way. Just grinding the game down. Here's Hobart on the flip, and Hobart takes a shot. Nice open field tackle correction. That's Drew Donnelly into the game for the first time and has his first touch of the game. 3rd down coming up.
Bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit.
I beg your pardon. Yes, that was 3rd down. Now it's 4th. That is Mason Shipley for a second field goal of the day. This one from 30 yards away to push the Bobcats across 40 tonight and slices it through. So the Bobcats, a long scoring drive, settle for 3 but expand the lead. 41-9 on top by 32 over Arkansas State. Game winding down here at UFCU Stadium.
Batten the hatches for the toughest, most impenetrable pair of pants 2 legs have ever known. Duluth Flex Fire Hose HD. Go epically tough on your leg stuff. Only at Duluth Trading.
Coach Gecko!
Coach G. Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work. We're just really big fans.
And we're scouting for our fantasy insurance teams.
Geico has all the top prospects, a 97% satisfaction rating. That's unreal.
Oh my gosh, it's Drew! Drew! Smells like insurance.
Suppose Geico does have devoted fans. It's not weird.
Jade, sign my arm.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
She only signs claims checks.
Construyo mi propio camino. Mi troca es una extensión de mi ser. Mi cultura, mis raíces, me impulsan a un innegable llamado a alcanzar más.
Nuestro llamado es construir camionetas para que cuando oigas el llamado, nada pueda detenerte.
Obtén $4,000 de descuento y dueños o arrendatarios actuales de marca Ford obtienen bono de $2,000 en la compra de muchas camionetas Ram 1500 del 25.
Looks like it's prime time, huh?
Dr. Garcia?
Reality checkup.
That grimy film on your teeth, it's actually the buildup of plaque bacteria, which can cause cavities in months. And your toothpaste just isn't cutting it.
Most toothpaste quit working in minutes, but the antibacterial fluoride in Crest Pro Health protects for up to 12 hours.
So I can stop cavities before they start.
The #1 toothpaste brand in America. For even more protection, use with Crest Pro Health mouthwash. Crest.
NWSL semifinals on ABC and ESPN+.
There have been a lot of great environments at UFCU Stadium this season. Bobcats average attendance more than 24,000 in their first 3 home games. This after setting the record a year ago, averaging more than 21,000. The announced attendance tonight at even 28,000, the most ever for a Sun Belt Conference game at UFCU Stadium.
It's just an outstanding crowd. A lot of them have made their way to their exit right now, but it was a great crowd. It was a factor in that first half.
After a 14-play drive that ate off more than 9 minutes off the clock, Bobcats kick off to the Red Wolves with 3:42 to go in the game. And Arkansas State going to fall to 3-3 on the year and drop to an even 1-1 to the Sun Belt. Been a tough night for the Red Wolves.
It has, and you know, they got off to such a great start with an outstanding explosive play on the first play of the game, but had to settle for 3. And boy, you could just see the momentum in the game start to shift as we got into the late in the first quarter and into that first part of the second quarter.
New quarterback in, Timmy McClain. And to take snaps at quarterback here for the Red Wolves. Hands off to Devin Spencer. Good run on first down for about 7 yards. McClain, a transfer out of Central Florida, has got some ample playing time this year. Threw a couple of touchdown passes in Ann Arbor against Michigan. Into the game right now to relieve Jalen Rayner, whose night is done. Rayner going 24 of 38 for 207 yards, but unable to engineer a touchdown drive tonight. Yeah, McClain swings that to Malik Hornsby. And Hornsby a first down across the 35-yard line.
That will be a first down, but the clock, he got down inbounds, so the clock will continue to run after the change are set.
What do you see each team taking from this game as they move forward to the second half of the season?
Well, the 2 things for me is it's scoring in the red zone for Arkansas State. They put themselves in position. If they'd have put 1 or 2 of those early possessions in the end zone, this would be a much different ball game. And you go back and you look at that. They needed to start fast. They couldn't start fast. They got 3, but if they start with 7, that's a lot different game. So I think they've got to find a way to start quicker. And on the other side for the Bobcats, they got to continue to grow. We're starting to see that the scheme and the schematics of this offense, Jordan McLeod's starting to understand. And because of that, numbers are starting to go up. 580 yards of total offense as a team tonight.
Carving out another resume for perhaps Sun Belt Player of the Year for 2nd year in a row, Jordan McLeod. Quarterback keeper here for McClain, and McClain wrapped up from behind. Tackle for loss in the backfield from Will Mitchell. And that could carry us to the 2-minute timeout.
Now there's also a flag down, so it's going to be holding against Arkansas State. Do you take the play and decline the penalty? That's the question, but it is holding. I think they'll decline this penalty.
Offense. Penalty will be declined. It's 2nd down.
The play went for a loss.
Coach Kenny's career record about to improve to 24-9. Yeah, Jordan McLeod, his night is done. Over 300 yards passing, 4 touchdown passes, 1 on the ground. And what a perfect fit he's been in Mac Leftwich's offense. This is a staff working with its 3rd quarterback in 3 years. Breaking free, nice looking run here from Mike Sharp, and that will carry us to the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes to go from San Marcos. Bobcats about to improve to 2-0 Sun Belt Conference play. They lead the Red Wolves 41-9 from UFCU Stadium in San Marcos, Texas. We're back after this.
This season, let's add more protection. Flu and COVID vaccines are your best defense against severe illness. They prevented 9 million flu cases and cut COVID hospitalizations in half. Add it all up, vaccines equal protection.
You can't just sell at one place at once anymore. You gotta sell in all the places. Cha-ching indeed. Businesses that want to win with Shopify.
This is Formula One!
The time has come. Two larger-than-life legends collide.
Troy Jones is the heavyweight champion of the world.
Stipe is the most successful heavyweight of all time.
And the world will be watching.
NWSL semifinals on ABC and ESPN+. NWSL semifinals on ABC and ESPN+.
It's the return of women's college hoops.
Oh, my!
With the game's brightest stars. Must-see matchups. Wow. And off-the-charts hype. UConn, North Carolina, Friday at 6 on ESPN2. UConn, North Carolina, Friday at 6 on ESPN2.
NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus. Listen up, hockey fans. NHL on ESPN Plus is back. The hardest hits, the dangles, and of course, the sellies.
You gotta be kidding me! It's not real!
Enjoy every second of 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus. NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus.
Back in the third quarter, the connection of the game happened. Jordan McLeod, play action. Good double move on the outside back to the drops it in. Into the end zone for Jaden Williams, the senior. Just makes a nice catch, gets his foot down. Boy, that's separated in that third quarter. 14 points in that third quarter separated this ballgame.
Funny story about Jaden Williams, a transfer to Boston College. He wears the number 0 because he believes that there's nobody that can cover him. 0 people can guard him, therefore he wears the number 0.
Well, you got to have confidence in yourself, and that's exactly what he did. And he says, well, I'll just show you. Good defensive stop. It's going to lead to another punt here. Inside 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the ballgame.
Jaden Williams, the last 2 games coming into this one tonight, 15 catches, over 200 yards, finding the end zone again here this evening. And has now scored 5 touchdowns in his first year at Texas State. A hiker with a punt. Wilson lets it go, takes a bounce, and out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
What a weapon. Just an outstanding punt. He's been outstanding all season. Back on the road. Both these teams, you mentioned it earlier, both these teams got some road tests ahead of them.
Texas State going Old Dominion. The Monarchs a winner earlier today in Atlanta over Georgia State. Red Wolves on the road against a struggling Southern Miss team. Next week, the Golden Eagles losing again today to ULM, a red-hot Warhawk team. New quarterback into the game, R.J. Martinez. And this is a run for Jalen Jenkins. Hasn't carried the ball since the season opener against Lamar. Into the game here with a flag down at the 5-yard line. And the holding penalty against Langston Anderson. Competitive first half, a one-score game at halftime, but all Texas State in the second half. Bobcats stormed out of the gates in that third quarter. Ran 6 plays, scored 2 touchdowns. Capitalizing off a Red Wolf turnover. 10 more points in the fourth quarter and a 24-0 advantage since halftime. One of the better second halves the Bobcats have played this year, especially on defense.
Yeah, part of that was the scenario to go with it. The offense is doing so much, but they got that two quick 3 and outs, and all of a sudden get the ball right back to your offense, and that's going to do it. And really outstanding performance across the board. 591 yards on 70 snaps from scrimmage.
Boiling down to it, Keith, that is 8.4 yards per play for Texas State tonight. And with that, the Bobcats move to 2-0 in Sun Belt Conference play, doing so for the first time ever since joining the Sun Belt back in 2013.
Well, that was a complete performance. The other part is in the first half, you got to give the defense for the Bobcats a lot of credit. They had first inside the 25, 1st and 10, 3 different times. Came away with just 9 points in the first half.
You know, a player we talked up quite a bit has been Jordan McLeod. Let's not forget Ishmael Mahdi's tonight, 17 carries for 164 yards.
Wanted to get the running game going. That was one of my keys to the game, was you got to get that going. And boy, tonight, Mahdi would look like the Mahdi of old, where last year he led the nation in total yards.
Final score 41-9. Up next for Texas State, they head to Norfolk, Virginia to take on Old Dominion. Well, the Red Wolves will lick their wounds and get ready for Southern Miss next week in Hattiesburg. Opportunity for the Red Wolves next week to bounce back.
Yeah, the halfway point. That's the other point that you look at, Brant, for me, is a Red Wolves probably at this point would say, well, we've been okay. We haven't done the things we need to do. They got to find a way to win on the road. On the other side, boy, these last 2 weeks, big comeback after 2 heartbreaking losses for the Bobcats. They've come back taking care of business. One on the road at Troy, tough place to win, and then come back and win here at home.
And again, a great effort by Texas State's defense, holding the Red Wolves out of the end zone. No points in the second half. 9 points for the game. Kind of a bend but don't break defense tonight.
Yeah, they did some good things. The turnovers, they created a turnover, a really nice play, got a short field and came away with some points. It was just a complete victory. I mean, you look at that, that's about as well as you can expect any team to play tonight.
So Texas State inching closer towards bowl eligibility status, now 2 wins shy of that, but bigger goals lie ahead for this team in the hunt for the Sun Belt West Division crown. They're out to 2-0 start in Sun Belt plays, who stand for the first time since joining the conference. And here in a moment, we'll hear from head coach G.J. Kinney down to the field with Coral Alamon. In fact, let's join Coral now talking to G.J. Kinney on the field. Coral?
Coach, huge win for your program, 2 conference wins in a row. Your thoughts on this one?
Oh man, that was a great team win versus a really good opponent. Man, just a complete effort in all 3 phases. Just super proud of our kids and the way they come to work every day, and man, just super proud of the staff too. We had a great game plan, and to come out here and execute it that was a lot of fun.
All right, thank you, Coach. Congrats, guys.
All right, thank you, Coral. Appreciate that. And again, Keith, and a complete win tonight for Texas State, offensively, defensively, got it done in every phase.
Yeah, they did get it done in every phase. They were good on special teams as well. Nothing hurt you there. Limited the penalties, and I really thought the way they came out in the second half and took advantage. Those first 2 possessions, took both down the field, put it in, separated themselves in the ballgame.
And again, how about the night for Jordan McLeod?
Jordan McLeod was just outstanding. 4 touchdown passes, 1 on the ground. He's putting himself in position again to be player of this week, but maybe player of the year again.
And with that, the Bobcats 2-0 the Sun Belt Conference for the first time ever as they beat the Red Wolves tonight by a final score of 41-9. That's going to wrap up our coverage tonight. For my broadcast partner, Keith Moreland, I'm Brent Freeman. Again, the final score in this one, Texas State 41, Arkansas State 9. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN from UFCU Stadium. Good night from San Marcos, Texas.